Is it true that you used to play the video game when you were younger?
It is, yes. I was about, well, 9, 10 years old when I think I, for the first time, walked into my friend's living room and I saw that it was a female action hero in a video game, which of course I hadn't seen before. I then played the game a bit, but I think I was a bit too scared. I remember it was like wolves coming out at me, and then I mostly spent time, I could like train her in the manner. But then later on in my teens, I actually went back and did play the game. And then, of course, now, because I haven't played that much in the last 15 years, but due to me coming on board on this film, I went back and played the 2013 rebooted game, which is an extraordinary, it's amazing to see how I think the video, the game world and the film world is really emerging due to technology, and now they have, actors and great storylines and writer involved. So it was lovely to get a lot of inspiration from those games.
And the Lara Croft that we see today, thanks to you, is one that is relatable to the audience. She's not this unattainable superheroine. She is, girls will identify with her, don't you think?
Yes, I think it was it was actually the game company who did that very much with the rebooted game. When I was introduced and I played them, I thought it was amazing that they had taken this character that, for a reason, because she was groundbreaking in a very male-dominated world, of course, already 22 years ago, but they had really kind of morphed into a character, like you said, that I think a modern, young audience today now can relate to. And I think with telling origin story of our superheroes and action heroes, that has become quite popular over the last few years. I think there's just a way for us to be able to relate to them. That they are fantastic in what they can achieve and what they can do, but getting to know, their vulnerabilities too and what they come from makes us get so many more layers and even more shades to the character that we already love.
Were you involved at all in how she's styled? Because obviously the way she's dressed in this one is a little bit of a reflection of the down-to-earth girl that we discover.
No, because if you look at the rebooted games from 2013 and you Google it, this is actually what she wears. So we liked to find, because we wanted to make something different. The story is a bit different from the games, but it's also lovely for the fans out there to feel like we've seen the character that they now have been introduced to for a few years, and that we honor that.
Is it the kind of film where, the fan base becomes, vocal to you even before the film is produced, because there's always a following for those characters and a waiting for what's gonna...
Yeah, of course. In the same way that even my parents know what Lara Croft is. It's of course daunting to take on a character that people already have quite a clear image of what she's like, but then, I love the fact that it was this coming of age story and trying to find this young woman that is trying to find her path in life. And I think that's something that all people can relate to, that kind of age that you are in, maybe in your early 20s. But she has all the famous traits, we hope, in our film that she's known for. But we've also tried to really put that kind of human side to her and make her a real girl, and feel like we really will root for her when she step by step pulls this warrior out of her in the film.
Absolutely. And should there be sequels to it, where would you like her to go? Where would you like to go with her?
Well, we have the premiere tonight, and if people, enjoy it and have a good ride and they want to see a continuation to this journey, then I mean, she goes through always some extraordinary places. I would love... I've, for a long time, wanted to go to Iceland and Greenland. And I know that the second game, actually, she goes to a winter landscape. So maybe that could be a little honor.